All right, we're going to dive into a totally new way of looking at ADHD. If you've ever felt like your brain is just this uncontrollable storm, then this is for you. We're going to talk about how to transform that chaos into some serious, crystal clear focus.
Yeah, does this feel a little too familiar? You are definitely not alone. Living with ADHD and feel like you're trying to navigate a hurricane without a compass. But what if that storm isn't a weakness? What if it's actually a source of untapped power? Let's completely reframe this whole conversation.
Okay, so this is huge. On one side, you have the old story, the myth, right? That ADHD is a disorder, basically just a list of things you're not good at. But look at the other side. This is the truth we're exploring today. ADHD isn't a deficit. It's a different cognitive style, maybe even a more evolved way of thinking that's packed with hidden superpowers like hyperfocus and incredible creativity. So to tap into these strengths, you first have to understand the hardware. Think of your brain as having its own unique operating system. We're going to look at two key features that often feel like bugs, but they're not. They're actually part of your brain's unique wiring. First up is something called rejection-sensitive dysphoria, or RSD. This is that hidden, painful symptom where a simple comment can feel like a physical punch to the gut. It just amplifies any hint of rejection and can turn normal social situations into an emotional minefield. It's intense, it's real, and for so many people with ADHD, it's a core part of the experience. And then you've got time blindness. Oh man, this is that sneaky thing where you're deep into a project, you blink, and suddenly 3 hours have just vanished. Or the opposite, where a simple 5-minute task feels like it's going to take an entire day. It's exactly why deadlines can feel so impossible, and why being late becomes such a major source of stress. So how do we actually manage this unique operating system? Well, our first toolkit is all about mastering your internal state. We're talking about habits designed to help you manage your thoughts and emotions from the inside out. Let's start with a really powerful morning ritual. You know that foggy morning paralysis? Here's how you beat it. First, a 5-minute brain dump. Just get your top 3 priorities for the day down on paper. This gets all that mental clutter out of your head. Then you pair it with a sensory anchor, like a specific tea you always drink or a go-to playlist. This is a real science-backed hack to help regulate your dopamine and make tasks actually feel rewarding. Now, check this out, because this isn't just about feeling good. We're talking about measurable results here. Research actually shows that having consistent routines, just like the one we talked about, can reduce ADHD symptoms by up to 30% over time. 30%! Consistency really is the secret sauce. And this quote just nails it. That emotional intensity that comes from RSD, it's not a flaw, it's a feature. The goal isn't to get rid of it, it's to learn how to aim it. When you do that, that same sensitivity becomes a superpower of deep empathy and intuition. So how do we channel it? Well, here's another hard number for you. Get this. Just 10 minutes of daily mindful breathing can decrease that intense emotional reactivity by as much as 25%. That is a practical, seriously powerful tool for taming that RSD hurricane. All right, let's move on to our second toolkit. Now that we've done some work on the inner world, it's time to design an outer world that actually supports your brain. This is all about creating an environment that's built for focus. Okay, this right here is a total game changer for anyone dealing with time blindness. Look at the before, that messy, overwhelming to-do list that just makes you want to shut down. Now look at the after. That's time blocking. It turns your day into these clear, visual, color-coded blocks. It makes time something you can actually see, and that chaos transforms into a feeling of control. This is how you reclaim your time and point that incredible hyperfocus exactly where you want it to go. And here are a few more powerful ways to add that structure. Try a 15-minute daily declutter of just one space. You'd be amazed how much clearing physical clutter reduces mental clutter. Or schedule weekly check-ins with an accountability buddy. It leverages your social brain to keep you on track. And definitely use tech tools like Todoist, which give your brain the visual cues and novelty it craves to stay engaged. Okay, onto our third and final toolkit. This one is all about the physical foundation. And it might be surprising just how critical your diet, movement, and sleep are for managing an ADHD brain. Here's a little inside scoop. While medication is, of course, a vital tool for money, what often goes unsaid is that these foundational habits, what you eat, how you move, and how you sleep, can be just as crucial for finding clarity and focus. You've got a high-octane brain. You have to give it the right fuel.
So here's the game plan. Try to build in short, 10-minute movement breaks to give your brain the little dopamine hit it needs to reset. Plan your meals to be rich in protein and omega-3s to keep your energy stable and avoid those afternoon crashes. And create a non-negotiable sleep routine with 0 screens an hour before bed to regulate your body's natural clock. This isn't just self-care, it's essential maintenance for a high-performance brain. So, let's bring this all home. This whole thing isn't about fixing a deficit. It's about consistently applying these habits to unlock the inherent superpowers of your uniquely wired brain. So really, it all comes down to this 3-part strategy. First, prime your inner world to master your emotions. Second, structure your outer world to create an environment where you can actually focus. And third, fuel your unique brain with the physical foundations it needs to sustain all that creative energy. This is your path to mastery. And now, this brings it all back to you. You're at a new starting point. You've got the tools. You understand the framework. So the only question left is, which of these habits will you start with? What superpower are you going to unlock first? The journey from chaos to clarity, it starts right now.